Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. This is Keisha. I am one half of the host of the Regal Mindset podcast show. Jay, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am Joy, the coach, and I'm the other half of the Regal Mindset podcast. We in
Come
for it
on.
today.
Okay. Let's go, coach.
I know
Yeah.
we're a little
So,
early. Some people might not be ready for that, but we're live and ready to rock and roll.
yeah, absolutely. They can always drop a comment, even if they do the watch the replay. We still read comments.
Right.
And if you're on right now and you happen to see us, again, like she said, it is not a hoax. We are real. We are not AI generated. No, today is Friday, January the 17th, and we got a wonderful show again for you tonight. We are live. Again, if you want to comment and please share the live, we would greatly appreciate it. And if you just happen to be doing the replay, like we mentioned, then you're more than welcome to leave a comment, and we do respond back to comments. So, tonight we're going to talk about and discuss, and I know we briefly covered it once before, but Monday's round around the corner. What we gonna do now,
Man, what we gonna do? What are we
man?
gonna do? Like, I'm not scared. I'm not even worried because
Yeah,
we've been down this road before.
right,
And
good
I
point.
think that's it. But it's like I guess I had a little faith that we were going to, it was going to be something, that popped up and be like, we're good. You ain't even got to worry about,
Yeah,
Trump taking office. And it's like, nah, Biden didn't step down. It's out. I'm at a loss of words. And
yeah,
that ain't often.
yeah, I agree. I am kind of numb at this point, if I'm being honest. I'm
Mhm.
hoping for the best, but I expect some BS, right? And
Right.
we've already
I
started
like that.
with some of the BS. And what do I mean by
Mhm.
that? We just briefly talked about it a moment ago. I'm gonna say 47, right? I have a
Right.
different career, and I want to kind of be respectful, but I'll say 47. He's acquired some people for particular positions within his cabinet that, in my opinion, and many others, are certainly
Mhm.
unqualified. And
Man,
it's
that
raised a lot of
qualification
flags.
ain't even a requirement.
You just got to be friends. Apparently.
Like, what does that Keisha? We
First of
work
all, we
so
have to
hard.
understand what we're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it makes us
Look incompetent.
beyond incompetent to the world.
Yeah.
And just the fact that you can just be friends with somebody. And I mean, we know that they got that thing they taught us in school called the good old boy, you
Yeah.
know,
That's
relationship.
real.
So we knew that it exists. What I'm saying is it exists on this level.
Yeah.
Like when I watched Peter, the guy from Fox News,
Yeah.
no experience even in business, and you're being vetted for the Secretary of Defense. So you supposed to be able to say, yeah, we're gonna go to war. No, we not. Send a troop, don't send a troop. He hates women. He don't want women in combat. He's already to rid them of their positions. He's already threatened to take people pensions. He only want men and preferably white men in the military.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you already can't even meet your quota on getting people to come into the military. So what you gonna do? Go back to the draft? What's gonna be the options?
I hope not.
Somebody gonna be stuck because I ain't going.
Yeah. Nah, my leg hurt right now.
And just
Nah. Go ahead.
and then it was like they was sitting there going back and forth with this man, and it was going on his character, him being at work drunk
Oh,
multiple times,
yeah.
multiple sexual harassment charges. He kept saying, oh, those are anonymous. They said, no, we have their names, we got videos, we got statements, and you have settled on all of them, which means there's some validity in the complaint.
Yeah.
You taking people to the strip club, having to get toted off the stripper pole and the stage. They got that on video. You with your first wife, cheat, knock up the second wife, divorce her, get with the second wife, cheat, knock up the third wife, divorce the second wife. Then you have
pattern.
And then I think the outside of the fact of him not being able to accept accountability, it was one of the Congress people that was up there that justified what he did. He said, some of y'all have come in here. He's talking to his colleagues. Some of y'all have come in here drunk. Y'all acting as if y'all never cheated and got rid. People make mistakes. I'm like, but if one of the rules are that you are not to be intoxicated, or they technically say you can't drink at all, being in that type of government position, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah.
I'm dumbfounded.
I would agree. Pete Hegseth.
That's it.
Name. And like we mentioned, completely 100% unqualified. So I'm gonna say that again, because y'all can do your own research. Y'all go look and find it out for yourself. They had the hearings in the last couple of days on the news. Completely 100% unqualified, right? So that's first. And this is a high profile position that he would be kind of ushered in only because he has, in my opinion, a relationship or some sort of bro code that he owes to 47. That's the only requirements, right? He can BS, some of the people a lot of the time, right? And he's been successful in doing so. And like you mentioned, I definitely foresee, first of all, the military already has some stains on its record in terms of how they deal with women and things that happen to them while they're on active duty, while they're on service, right? That's common public record, right? They already have issues concerning that. So then you want to go and put a person who already has situations and issues, a track record of being, let's say, very friendly, right? And again, so if he were not going for, I believe the position is for the Department of Defense. If he were not going for that position, let's say he wanted to run a Fortune 500 company or what have you, if they pass their board of directors pass him through, fine. But that's not the case. This is a federal government position. Anytime
one of the highest.
Okay. Anytime you go for a position, they have requirements. They could have never read it. They could have never read it. They must have shredded it, because there's never a world where I can understand, and nor can anyone make sense. If you can make sense of it, put it in the comments, because I would love to hear.
We got to make sense of it.
Why he would be the choice. What is it that he can bring to that position that would change or put us in a better position in terms of, one, how we deal with women and the accusations that they bring forth, the temperature and the tone of how the rest of the world looks at us, and the fact that you only cater to or support men of a different race other than mine's in positions of power.
But wait, there's more. This dude, they asked him they said, well, who are we in allyship with? He could not name one country.
That'd be important.
So you don't even know who we're in relationship with. They asked him, because they said, name at least one. No, they said name two. I'm sorry. 2 countries that we're in allyship with, and what is our agreement with them? He couldn't name not one. He couldn't name any of the treaties that we have. He couldn't name nothing relevant to the job. Even we know when we go interview, we're going to do some research on the company that we're in a position that we're, interviewing for, right?
Yeah.
No, nothing. Then they asked him the golden question that they asked everybody. Do you agree that Trump lost the 2020 election.
Yeah.
And all of their answers have been the same.
Yep.
President Biden is the president of the United States. That's not what we asked. We asked, it's a yes or no. Do you agree that Trump lost? Or when one asked won and then one asked lost, they could not answer, because what that's telling us is that you're in you will go against the actual Constitution and everything that's already written in order to make sure that Trump's words are upheld in everything that he wants to do.
They're basically just gaslighting us.
Yeah.
That's essentially.
And if they get voted in, the whole damn country is gaslighting us. I mean, everybody that's in charge is gaslighting us, because there's no way that you would still qualify them for these opportunities. There's no way.
Yeah.
Even the young lady, say that again.
I said I would 100% agree.
Even with the lady that is going up for the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, blonde, dumb. I'm just going to say that the blonde is equal. They asked her, how many cases have you tried? Her answer was thousands. They said in front of a jury, hundreds. They said, okay. So, and then she came back, she said, well, some of them were before I started practicing, when we were doing pre-jury trial. I said, so when you was like Legally Blonde? Like, then they asked her the same golden question. Do you feel that Trump won the 2020 election? Her answer was Biden is the president of the United States. Then on top of that, they asked her another question. They said, do you believe, do you uphold the right of birth citizens, birth citizens in the United States, regardless of their parents' immigration status? She said, I'm going to look at case-by-case basis to make sure, because it has to do with mass support. He said, you don't even know the 14th Amendment. I'm not here to do your homework. I'm not here to do. He said, that's literally the 14th Amendment, that you have to uphold the birthright of a citizen regardless of their parents' immigration status. And you just said you're going to review each case case by case. I said, she don't even know the amendments.
And she about to be the Attorney General.
The Attorney General who ain't barely seen a court.
Listen, when this is all said and done, I just want to be in the corner somewhere like, man, we told y'all. We told y'all.
We told you. We
Okay,
told you.
we told
And
you.
then
And this
the
is what
fact
y'all going to do.
They even got Dr. Oz being over Medicare and Medicaid. Dr. Oz from the TV.
Yeah.
Is he a real doctor?
Yeah, he is actually. He's still practicing. Yeah. He was running for office, I think, in Pennsylvania somewhere.
And what happened? He lost against Jerry Springer.
Was it Jerry Springer?
Yeah, I think he lost against Jerry Springer. What does that tell you?
Man.
Well, let me fact check myself, because it was
Rest in peace, Jerry Springer.
But if it was Jerry Springer, I would be so hurt.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I mean, to say the least, again, this is his second go round, number 47. And with that being said,
John Fetterman. It's like
that name sounds familiar.
What did he used to do? He's like, I know he was military, but was he a wrestler or something? I don't know what he was. But either way it go, it was like two TV people.
Right. Going against each other. Yeah.
But the TV won.
Yeah. Well, listen, and to give a little bit more context about Dr. Oz, I feel like Dr. Oz would be a great person to hire, perhaps not over medicated Medicare. Right. I don't know that he has the qualifications for such a big, large program with thousands upon I would say millions of people that are in the Medicaid, Medicare system, right? Uh, and so again, I would say that I am hopeful, but I expect some finagling.
But you, but when we really think about it, if you don't have the basic understanding, but if you have
Exactly.
not been, if you don't know anything about food stamps, if you've never been on food stamps, so how can you honestly say that you can rule on a case against somebody? Now we understand theft and fraud and stuff like that, but
Right.
if you've never experienced, same thing with the Department of Education, you never sent your child to school on Pell Grants,
Right. Or public
on
school.
student
Yeah.
loans. You pay for your kid to go to school.
Yeah.
So with that being said, how can you honestly say you're in touch with the understanding of what's needed for the Department of Education and
Yeah.
why people are so burdened with 120 months to pay off these student loans when other countries are giving away for free? And then it's like, but then regardless on the degree, I'm still not qualified because I'm not meeting the qualifications. So, like with Dr. Oz, what do he know about Medicare? What do he know about Medicaid and the benefits that it brings, how it supplements income? Supplements benefits for people and what it covers. Because when my wife, before we got married, she was on, state assistance for Medicaid. They paid 100% for her asthma medicine. So she never had to worry about it. But then when she got on private insurance, we coming out the pocket $200-300 a month just for her to breathe. Now I'm questioning, does she even need to breathe? I'm like,
Or as
that
much.
can go somewhere else. Like you might enjoy this month, but for people who can't, older people who can't afford insulin, who can't
Yeah.
afford all of this, and it
Big one.
goes through Medicaid. But then when you go through private, you telling them, oh, go get private insurance, and private insurance is paying $2 out of $1,000 medicine.
Yeah.
Make that make sense. You don't know that experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I suspect he knows how to deal with Medicare and Medicaid from a medical standpoint on this side of the fence. Behind the scenes, the administrative task, duties, responsibility, negotiating with these pharmaceutical companies to bring the cost down with certain all of that, I don't know that, or I don't suspect that he has those qualifications to successfully maneuver in those waters, right?
Right.
So yes, as a medical person, there's a lot of knowledge and a lot of things that you would bring to the table, but is that enough to sustain a position of that magnitude, right? I just don't think, or I don't feel again as he's an appropriate decision or appropriate choice. But again, they're all thinking, or homeboy 47 is thinking about this from a business standpoint and thinking as though, well, this person has knowledge, in this area. They don't have to have or cross all the boxes or check off all the boxes. Well, you're going to soon find out that there's a reason those boxes exist. Okay.
Right.
There's a reason we have qualifications. There's a reason that people go through this vetting process to make sure that they can perform these jobs, right?
Right.
No different from any other person who wants to have a federal or government job. They have to go through the process of the hiring process, the application process, making sure that they can get a security clearance, things of that nature. All of those things are necessary.
Right.
Because you are in the position that you are, this good old boy system where you can tap people on the shoulders. I want you to come run this part of the country. Like what? Even saying that sounds crazy.
Right. And then you get benefits for the rest of your life, though. The benefit of leaving that office means you're going to be taken care of for the rest of your life. What other job can you go get?
Oh, well.
And it's so one-sided.
Oh,
it's so, and I mean, unfair is just such is not even justifiable in this entire statement. It's just so one-sided, and it's sad that nobody of importance see it and can do anything about it.
Yeah, I agree. Let's talk about, and I know we talked about it just briefly before. let's talk about this hush money. Listen, you were hopeful that he was going to get sentenced.
I was
You was.
hopeful.
I
I
knew there
was.
was never a cold day in hell that he was going to see a day in anybody's orange jumpsuit. Period.
I was hoping. I ain't even gonna lie.
But yeah, so how they handle that again, they don't want to be embarrassed, by the rest of the world. But in all honesty, man, the fact that you're
already
felon,
embarrassed.
Okay, you're a felon, dude. Like
34. You can't even get a job with one. You can't. They take away your rights to vote when you're a felon. 34.
Yep. Now it's no penalty.
And it's like, I told you.
So what was the point in wasting our money going to send him, through this trial process for what? Like that, that makes no sense for me.
None.
Make that make sense.
It was a waste of TikTok videos that I sat through on that court case. I could have used those TikTok videos for something else. It was a waste of time. Like, I was so hurt. I was like, why am I hurt? Like, we live in America.
Yeah, you was hopeful, man. I
really was. And you laughed at me, and that wasn't fair, but that's fine.
It was cute though. You had hope. I appreciate
you. I was like, oh, that was shade, but I'm gonna take that. You're right.
But listen, what did Shay say? She said ultimate position.
Yeah. And then just the stuff that I'm gonna throw this out there.
Okay.
If you can get dual citizenship, you need to get a dual. If not a dual, because some people jobs with their clearances, they can't have dual citizenship, but you can have residency. Right. Yeah. You need to go find you a residency in another country, because what's going to happen, when he threatened Canada came back with some threats. But because the man who went to Mar-a-Lago to meet Trump, he got fired from Canada. Oh. The prime minister, they fired him. So they put a woman in his place. Yeah. She said, hey there, Miss Marilyn Monroe. So he said, she came back. She said, well, if y'all want to buy Canada, then we're going to buy Minnesota. You might, like, she was making jokes about it. Yeah. But the man in Parliament up there said, if Trump does what he said he's going to do, they're going to cut power from the top part of the United States. They cutting lights off.
I wonder what that's going to look like.
They cutting lights off. You just going to see everybody go dark.
Okay. For what though? Because you're having a temper tantrum?
And then, so they laughing at him, but they already said their threats. You already see what China said. China cutting off germanium, antimony, and uranium, another metal that they supply us. They cutting us clean dry. And the United States only have a supply to last 6 years. Then let's go to Denmark. Okay. He done threatened that he want to buy Greenland. He wants to buy the Panama Canal. And he wants to change the name from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Yeah, I heard that. You know what? I don't think it would be as bad if he gave us some forward thinking, right? And I understand that sometimes when you're, strategizing and putting things together, that maybe perhaps the world or the citizens don't need to know all the details. But give me something other than you want to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
For what?
The 46 other presidents had no desire to change the name, and for what purpose? What is the intention for that?
Just you ain't got nothing else to do. Yeah, you ain't got nothing else to do with your time. And then what Greenland got to do with it? Granted, it's a really prosperous country, but you're looking to cause a problem with King Charles and everybody over there, because they technically, I think, aren't they a part of the Netherlands, or I know some Denmark? Either way it go, it's too many countries that own them for us to come in there talking about, I'm gonna give you $57 million for Greenland. You can't buy Greenland for $57 million.
He think that's a discount price.
That's a house
Listen,
right
Charles,
over there in Florida. They got houses for $100 million in Florida.
right. Charles is battling cancer. He ain't trying to fight with you, man. He ain't
He
about
don't
listen,
care.
he ain't about that smoke.
Listen, he on his way out because it took him too long to become king. His mama was not
He
dying.
just okay. He
His
just
mom was
got
like, I'm
there.
going on. Okay.
Yeah. Like, come
She
on,
held
man.
on.
Yeah.
It's like you do it, but it sounds good to his followers. Look what Trump gonna do. Remember, they was on that Trump gonna build a wall and Mexico gonna pay for it.
Yeah,
Did they
show me
pay
that.
for it?
Nope. Show me that wall.
Okay. You
Yeah.
thought it was.
Yeah. No, he definitely again knows how to rally up his
His
supporters.
troops.
He knows how to shovel down that shit down their throat.
Mhm.
He knows exactly how to maneuver and manipulate the people he needs to in order to get the reaction and the response that is going to cause us to continue to talk about him, keep him in the news. But really, in all actuality, just like Shay said, it's just magnifying his stupidity.
But to us, but to them, he's God. He's having this God complex.
I would question their mental health.
They dumb and live in trailers. Have you not seen his supporters? I mean, I'm not saying everybody who live in the trailer is dumb, but they are.
Listen, I do not know the demographics of all his supporters.
Well, they gave it out. What we know that over 90% was Caucasian.
Yeah,
but
for
then
sure.
It was a higher, like 70 to 80% of them didn't make it to high school or received a high school equivalent. So these are big numbers.
Yeah.
So it was like you didn't have a gap, except with white women, but because their husband said,
Yep.
But he played that good. He played us good. Let me tell you how he played us with that. We thought making those campaigns about women, because Kamala put out that thing about you can change your vote. He don't know what you got to vote. He had his wife who came out with that book and got it there and said, me and him don't always agree. And when she said that, them white women said, see, we ain't got to always agree, but I'm going to stand by my man. That's what happened. He got us.
Yeah. And
that's how he got them Amish people.
I would love to know a person of color who voted for him and why. Right.
Oh,
and
please.
And they better not bring up no stimulus check, man. They just better not.
That $1,400, where is it now?
Yo, they better not talk about no dang old
I'm telling you, if they get on this thing and they say something, I'm cussing their ass out. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna unleash on their ass.
They might be scared to come on here. I don't know.
Because what you're not gonna do is sit there and play us in our face that $1,400 was enough for you to look stupid the way you do.
Oh man, not the eggs.
Bring his ass up here.
Okay.
Just dumb. I'm glad he your ex.
Okay. We hate to talk about if he current.
I was still talking about him. I'm like, you know what? He dumb. Where you got that dumb man?
Man, no. Let's talk about some more of the policies that he's trying to put in place, right? You know what? This brings the other homeboy right into the picture. Cryptocurrency and Elon Musk.
You mean he's the real president of the United States? Let's be honest.
That's
he's
what
the real president.
Said. Yeah,
he's running things.
Pulling the strings. So what we need Orange up there for?
Because he the first lady.
Yo,
he is the first lady.
Yo, he been playing this. He been massaging that little tiny violin for years. Doge, and how that's
him.
I know. I went up,
and I ain't gonna lie. I did invest in it because you know what? I'm gonna get money off of it too. But at the end of the day, the Doge coin is the same acronyms of his position.
Yeah.
The Department of Governmental Efficiency.
Exactly. That's my point. He been massaging this and right in front
He
of our
been in
eyes.
our face. He been playing us in our face this whole
Okay.
time.
Okay. Man, we fell for a hook, line, and sinker. But you did good though, right?
I did. Listen, it went up. I don't care. We can sit there and complain all day, but I'm gonna get a little coin. Why? I ain't gonna complain on the way withdrawing it. I ain't gonna complain.
Listen, we got to pay attention to what's going on around us and what they're doing, how they maneuvering.
But let's go back to some of the things that that happened during their interactions. One, and Bill Gates was at Mar-a-Lago, that party with Musk and all of them too. Just FYI. Of course. Okay, let's go back to something that Trump said. Trump said, "We want y'all to get good jobs."
I would hope so.
No, let's think about that. Who supports America?
You're asking who supports?
Yes, I'm just saying working class.
Oh, for sure.
So that's all he wants you to do. He never said, we want to make you better by showing you how to become wealthy, how to become a business owner. Never offer any of them dumb people that. He said he wants y'all to be able. That's why he wanted to get rid of DEI in certain. One, the only reason why they get rid of DEI because they're scared of us. Two, if they get rid of it and more white people can get entry into these, country club schools, then, it pushes it back. The only people that was affected was Asians, honestly. They got real hurt because they declined in their acceptance in all of these Ivy League schools. You got to keep in mind, we have our own schools. We have HBCUs.
For sure.
We don't need your PWIs.
Yeah.
Same good education, sometimes better. And we have more fun. So it really didn't get us the way that he thought it was going to get us. But the wording of, we want you to have jobs, but you're not willing to raise the federal minimum wage.
At all.
So how many jobs do I need to have in order to survive?
4. But then I hate it for these kids.
You hate, not only do you have to have 4 jobs, he's increasing taxes because they said, oh, no taxes on overtime. Companies are cutting overtime. So it's no point.
Listen.
And taxes right now is at 21%. They could take up for a single, they could take up to 21% of your income. And that's only for federal. We ain't going into Medicare because by the time we get old, is it still going to be there?
Man,
Social Security.
I'm be honest with you, ain't gonna be there.
And the state of Maryland, now listen, I give you a little penny, but you keep on. I'm glad you voted the way you did because I was gonna stop that too. Like, you know what, you ain't gonna get none of this money either. But it's like he's been telling us this. Yeah, but he's been telling us this the whole time. What he want? He want beautiful kids. If you'll notice that he like when he looks at Elon kids, bring your beautiful boy. He's on this beautiful kid thing. That's why he's so in love with Ivanka, his daughter, or whatever her name is. Her name Ivanka, and the mama.
Yeah, that's
one of them names was Ivanka. Either way, he never called Kimberly pretty.
Who is Kimberly?
The one. Thank you. The other daughter.
Oh yeah. Let me look.
But he puts that first daughter up front.
Yeah.
And it's always. I'm telling y'all, it's this dude been telling us this and even when he look at his son Barron, he's a good looking kid. He's a good look. Everything is about your looks. And I'm like, this dude is really on some shit. I'm telling you, because and this is not a conspiracy theory. I say stuff wild.
Tiffany Trump.
Yeah, well, I said Kimberly. Still a white girl.
Yeah, is she a daughter-in-law or
no? That's his daughter from the second second or third wife.
Yeah, she ain't bad. I mean,
she ain't bad, but how many times he been in her pictures?
Yeah, I ain't even never heard of her.
Thank you. So
thank you, Monroe.
And it's like you look at stuff like that, and it's like so. you know the issue with the Planned Parenthood thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not statistically, it's not African Americans, it's not Latinos that are using Planned Parenthood as we think.
Right. I didn't know that. Yeah.
It's more white people.
Yeah.
So what's going on is they're trying. So the whole goal, and it's I'm gonna find the man name. It's a man that did an interview. He said, we have to preserve the white lineage. And in order for us to do that, we need to make sure that they can't have abortions. And even Peter Hegseth, whatever his name is, he said something about it too during his interviews. Why are you having all of these children? Because they want beautiful, white, pure children. And I'm like, but white ain't pure.
Okay. I want them
to know that,
ancestry, right?
White ain't even real. And you might think it's conspiracy theory. Who white in the Bible? I'm waiting. Because if the Bible, the Ethiopian Bible, who was created 800 years before the King James Version in Ethiopia, who's white?
They're gonna be big mad then.
Oh, they real big mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there like, you are trying to preserve a recessive gene. If the truth be made known, blue eyes is recessive. Blonde hair is recessive. Fair skin is recessive. You damn near albino. So you're trying to preserve a recessive gene. No, you can go on with that.
Yeah. No, I think that, yeah, clearly he has some issues. I mean, we all have issues, right? We got, our demons and our self-development issues and traumas and all of those things. But his is like, he just wear his on his sleeve. He don't give two F's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just such a not so nice person. That's the best way I can clean that up. And the fact that, again, that he is maneuvering the way he is, which is slightly different, right? Because the last time, he was taking over, there was a lot of drama around it, right? So this time it's kind of calm, right? And that can be scary too, right? Here we go, Monday, on Martin Luther King Day.
The day.
Okay, they haven't said one thing in the news about MLK Day, but they talking about the inauguration.
They push it to another day that they're celebrating MLK Day.
What? I hope I get like another day off or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that. Y'all run me that extra day. Yeah, I need that. Well, yeah, okay. I don't think I'm so upset now. But yeah, we got
But why we gotta push it though?
Exactly.
Why they ain't push this inauguration?
Yeah, push yours to Tuesday. I got court Tuesday. I'm on jury duty. They selected the girl.
They selected you?
Yeah,
oh God.
Yes.
I got opinions about that too. Like, you want that is not my peer. So why is I'm before? I'm not a jury of their peers.
Yeah.
We ain't the same.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to the experience. I want to be able to at least have that. So it is what it is. I ain't gonna be too
really
mad. Yeah. Now this time off work, I got to see how that's gonna financially work out. You know what I'm saying? I do have
like $10
Thank
or
God.
something.
I don't know, but yeah, I don't know.
All I know is they done called your girl back too for February, and I told them the last time I was there. That man asked me, he said, "Are you going to be able to judge fairly?" I said, "No." I said, "I am." At that time, I said, "I am a project manager." Did you not see how many times my phone went off? I said, "Sir, I ain't heard nothing y'all said." He dismissed my behind so damn quick. I'm being honest.
That's crazy.
Oh, so it's the 21st is when they're celebrating Martin Luther King.
All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get an extra day off. In fact, I think that's the day I actually have court. So
we need to have a day of mourning. Like, I'm gonna just wear all black.
Listen, yeah, I think I may do that Monday. I think, and I'm definitely, I'm not gonna watch the festivities the transfer of power. I'm not doing that. After that stunt you pulled last January 6th,
I'm good.
When Biden won, yeah, respect went out the window a long time ago.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to earn that back. It's not given. You have to earn that.
Can't earn that back. You know good and well he can't earn that back unless he die.
Yeah.
And then that's the only time people gonna give him respect.
Yeah.
But
Well, I
he
get
don't
another day off
care.
then too.
But the crazy part is he really don't care.
He don't, and he'll tell you he don't care. No qualms
You know-
about him being bashful or he don't give two
He don't care how you feel about him, good or bad.
at all, and will tell you. Now that is very dangerous. That is a very dangerous person to be in such a position of power. That's very dangerous.
That is, but believe it or not, and I'm gonna look at the good part about it. The good part, because I pulled some good stuff from Trump, and I know people thought I was, a little off my rockers when I released that ebook the other day. It's called The Code of Trump.
Okay.
Maximizing the American Dream.
Okay.
I said, I literally just did a research on him and every American opportunity that he took part in to become successful.
Okay.
And put it in a book. So if you want it, it's available $9.99. But anyway, and it downloads immediately. But my thing is, he told us throughout this whole time what he has done and why we're not doing it. He filed bankruptcy 6 times. So, and he come back. That doesn't mean he's broke. That just means I'm not paying you back.
Right. And figured out a way how to do it. And figured out a way how to reduce his taxes to where he ain't got to pay.
Almost zero, and then don't even have to show it. So how do you do that? It's in the book. I'm telling you. It's in the book. But I literally sat with that and I said, as much as I don't like him, he smart as shit.
Yeah.
Not in intellectual smart. He's smart in how he handled things. His name, even though he's failed at almost everything he's done except Mar-a-Lago, he failed at his liquor cut. He had a vodka thing that didn't go nowhere. He had a clothing line that didn't go nowhere. He had books that didn't go nowhere. He had everything he had didn't go nowhere. Mm-hmm. But he got Mar-a-Lago because he got the most beautiful estate to play golf. And everybody want to go to Mar-a-Lago. Yeah. And that's it. And people who want to be there have the same agenda, make more money. So I'm in the company of people that are just like me.
Yep.
I pay $100,000 a year to come there. And that's why they do. That's what they do to keep us out. Because now we can get in the country clubs, but we can't get into Mar-a-Lago. So I took what he did and I'm like, why can't we apply the same things? Yeah, he had that ugly tennis shoe. He had like 2 pair out, and it was one black person in it.
Yeah, I remember that vaguely. You're right. He was trying to cater to us right there, but we saw that the icing on the wall. We said, "No, he ain't gonna do that." Yeah,
but if it was a cute shoe, we would have bought it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because Fila came out with the Disruptor. Remember them a couple of years ago? Black people ate that shoe up because I used to work for them. We was producing them shoes, getting them out. But this is what they told me when we was having a meeting. They said, they're not our market. I said, right. I said, but look at the sales of this shoe that the black community has made popular. They said, they're not our market. Our market is Milan. Our market is tennis. I said, oh, so what we not? Got it. So they don't care. So you can make a bad shoe, we can wear it, and they still don't care nothing about you. But I looked at his life, a brief overview, because I didn't want to get too mad. And, and I looked at everything, and I'm like, why can't we benefit the same way he benefit?
Yeah. Yeah.
We may not have a father who was a piece of trash to I heard his daddy was more trash than he was. That gave him $1 million to start his business. We might not have that, but you failed with that $1 million. You use other people's money. Trump may not even have a lot of money in his bank account, but because his name, you're going to assume Trump is rich. The way he carry himself, because he have access to stuff. That is where his wealth at.
And key word also, influence. Influence is currency.
He just got to show up. We think influence is money. No, Elon got that. Elon got the influence more than Trump. But if you think Trump, you're going to automatically put in your head wealth, riches, all of that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Sickening, but true. Sickening, but true.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing about him, I've always thought that his time that he spent on in front of the camera or on television, that there was something else to that, right? Aside from just you're fired and that, whole little scenario.
Man, that man was campaigning this whole time.
Yeah, that too, but that also puts you in the spotlight. When you're doing your little dirty stuff and your little, BS, people are more likely, because if they reference you on a weekly basis, oh, well, maybe he didn't mean to do that. Well, he touched a woman in her crotch, and
bragged about it.
And then got upset because she said something. Well, yes, that really happened. Like, what? Are you kidding me? But again, they see
but
him
who justified it? It was the white women who justified it, say that's just locker room talk.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Listen, I don't understand why they do some of the things they do. But like I said, I think that was his objective. That was his plan, and it worked. And like you said, all of the things that he did or has done that makes him the wealthy and powerful influential person that he is today, who's now or coming on Monday will be number 47, is we're all capable of doing that, right? We have to tap into those resources, right? And
right.
People he definitely gonna gatekeep. He's not gonna give you the blueprint, right? Like you said, you've done some research, you can give us some of the information, but there's a lot of things I'm sure that will also go with that in order to get there, but we have our own determination, we have our own will. We can be multimillionaires. We are. We have many of them.
But that's the whole thing. We have to want to, now I got to step into the whole culture part. It's mindset and perception, right? Mindset tells us the way we was taught in school. Taught in school, you just slaves. They never told us anything good about us. Our parents during them time really didn't tell us anything good about it because they didn't know either. They didn't do research to say, oh, well, this Black person invented the GPS. They didn't tell us that. So they created our mindset. So then when we look at them, we see them, and we're talking about Caucasian people in authority and in power, as a place that we cannot achieve. It's there. You may not say it out your mouth, but subconsciously it's there. So you have to change that mindset, because we are all equal across the board. And when you realize you're actually more powerful, that's a whole totally different story.
Okay.
Don't go that far.
Okay. And they know it.
Exactly. They know it. That's the reason why they say, okay, DEI, let's take it, because if we take it, we're going to make them feel that we don't support them, not knowing we need them. I have said multiple times, the Black community is okay. The economy, 3 parts: need, production, and consumer. The need would never change. Those are only 3 parts of an economy, which is in a social system. The economy is a social system. We are $1.8 trillion as of 2024 in the economy, but we're on the consuming side. So we make the world go round. If we can turn it again, flip that mindset, become the producer, we're going to stop consuming their goods and we'll consume our own. We're the only community that do not circulate enough within our own. We circulate 6 hours within our own community before we circulate out. I mean, you at all of the hours out of the day, you may buy 1 Black product, if that. But then that might not happen for every 30 days. So it's all about mindset and perception. We perceive Trump to be wealthy, rich, all of that. And the dude poor as hell. He didn't have to file bankrupt so many times.
Yeah.
But it's perception. So if you see yourself in that light and apply the same principles, the same techniques, you can exactly have the same, even with the money you're earning from a W-2 job. I'm telling you. And that's where we mess up at, because we look at them and, oh, I just need a granddaddy to leave me $1 million. No, you really don't. He lost that. He lost that $1 million. You have to network, and you have to be around people, and you have to show yourself worthy to put an investment. What we want to do is go get an LLC, go get a bank loan, pull $50,000 out, go do this. And the next thing you know, you in jail because you did the fake checks with Chase.
Misappropriation of funds, yeah.
Come on now. How dumb can we get? So it's all about mindset and perception. When you see yourself and you see that there is enough money to go around, you see that there is enough success for any and everybody. When you really truly realize that, then your full potential will be revealed to you. Or and I know I don't want to keep bringing up the Bible, but like I say, your gift will make room for you. Because you'll be in the right place at the right time, talking to the right person. There's no way that we are not prepared to pitch an idea at any given point. Some of the people that call me, they were like, I just need to get money. I said, no, you don't. I said, you don't even have an idea yet. You have a thought on what you want to do. You ain't even wrote it down. I said, if we was in the elevator and I'm a multi-million-dollar person, and I say, hey, what you do? You can't tell me. And what if I'm saying, you know what, I want to invest in you? You don't have us an elevator pitch. We are not prepared. He was. And we have to get into that vein, and we can do any and everything and even better than what he did.
That part. Yep.
It's crazy.
Absolutely. Well, listen, that's enough about 47.
Yeah.
Let's spend the last few minutes talking about MLK, Martin Luther the King.
I'm mad at his family too. Look, I'm mad at his family too. So
look,
at least they done stop fighting. That's one.
Yeah. Well, ain't but 3 of them left, ain't it? Or 2?
I don't know, but one of them sold his Bible. I'm like, what? Did you run out of money too? Like, what's going on? Like, we don't do right. We don't do right. Speaking of don't do right, did you see about the whole Chicago, the black Chicago man? Child, with these black folk getting these positions, they just show their ass. So I can't even think of his name, but they trying to vote him out now. And they done voted him in. Now they trying to vote him out. Then because he going to basketball and football games talking about, I'm going to build relationships. Then what's the lady that got voted out? The super mayor. God dang it. I can't even think of their name.
Super mayor. Oh, man.
What is that lady name? The super mayor. Tiffany Henyard. She let that attitude get her kicked right on out, and that wig. But it was more attitude than the wig. That wig was ugly. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, it just did not work for me. I was upset.
Oh man, not the busted wig. While you're looking that up, I want to encourage everybody, please like, share, and follow. And if you're still chatting with us online and you have a business, please drop that business in the chat so we can support you.
Absolutely. His name is Brandon Johnson.
Okay.
Now, I don't know, and I don't really have time to do the research. I don't know if he was the one that did it.
Okay.
But was it Chicago or Detroit? I got to do more research. But it was either Detroit or Chicago. One of those black mayors sold to pay for the lights and stuff. I think it was Detroit. They had a city light bill they couldn't pay for. And he sold the parking meters to an Arabian company to get money to pay the light bill and to have money to function as a city.
Mm.
So anytime you park in those areas in the city parking, the money goes over to UAE. Ain't that something?
Like they need it. What?
Well, they sure gave him a loan.
That is crazy. Yeah.
I think this year we can still focus on us.
Yeah.
I know that he may take office, or that bullet may get him. We don't know. I don't want the man to die because it hurt, but
yeah.
I ain't gonna cry.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna smile real hard either. I'm like, dang. Because that bullet he didn't get hit in the ear because he got hit in one ear, but the bandage was on the other ear. It was a lot.
Oh man. Well, listen, again, what we're gonna do now? Monday is approaching. Is gonna come, right? And the transference of power will happen. Mm-hmm. I hope that and pray that it is peaceful. That's all I got to say. And again, I'm hoping for the best, but I'm expecting the BS. And because I'm expecting it, I'm gonna, be prepared for what happens. When you're prepared, you don't have to try to figure out how to get ready. So just be mindful of that. Any last words you got?
I don't. I'm with you. Long as we prepare, we can still live through this. It's not until it impacts you. Live your life. Don't walk in fear, but build your life. That's what you need to do. Start focusing on you getting the wealth that is you deserving, right?
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, listen, we encourage you guys again to continue to follow us, like, click, and share. We're trying to be outside. We're going to say it again. If you have an event, if you are participating in an LGBT pride and you would like us to come and participate and do something
for real.
We are open. Just inbox us, give us the invite, and if we can figure out how to make it work, we'll make it work.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the rehearsal, the recital tonight.
Yeah.
But keep a regal mindset.
When did he get into this? I don't know. I'm like,
well, listen, we're gonna support and nurture the kids and pour into them as best we can, because they might want to go be in office one day, and we just hope that we've prepared them and given them the right direction. So
absolutely.
All right. Take care. Be out.
Keep a regal mind.
Happy MLK birthday.